Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hi everyone, welcome to Film Artsy, your number one source for all things films and movies. And while the MCU on its own has developed an amazing cast of characters, each who uniquely stand on their own in their own right, and have kind of made a lot of these actors enter superstardom, did you guys know that there were a ton of hidden secret cameos from other celebrities that just played extremely minor roles in the MCU that you might not have known about? Well, today we're taking a look at some of the biggest cameo appearances from outside celebrities. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, for this list we're mostly going to go into somewhat of a chronological order. To start things off, Ty Burrell, who's a major character from the TV show Modern Family, actually played a minor role in the original Incredible Hulk from 2008 that featured Edward Norton instead of Mark Ruffalo, who later was recasted as the role. And while a lot of his scenes were cut, there were a few scenes where he still played a decent role in the film, and he played a psychotherapist to Mark Ruffalo. Kind of a neat little nod here.
Oh, yeah. I thought it might be easier for all of us. Want some wine?
Yeah, if you're having some.
Oh, I'm having a lot.
Next up, we have Kate Mara, who plays a small role in Iron Man 2 as the U.S. Marshal who subpoenas Tony Stark to appear in front of the Senate. And of course, a lot of people know this actress from House of Cards and the Fantastic Four reboot, which wasn't that good. But still, it's kind of an interesting little cameo appearance here.
Where are you from?
Bedford.
What are you doing here?
Looking for you?
Yeah, you tell me. What are you up to later?
Serving subpoenas.
Yikes.
He doesn't like to be handed things.
Yeah, I have a peeve.
I got it.
You are hereby ordered to appear before the Senate Armed Services Committee tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Can I see a badge?
You want to see the badge?
He likes the badge.
Next up in Iron Man 2, we also had a brief appearance from Justin Theroux, who was the main character from The Leftovers. He just had a small role as a police officer, and most likely the reason he had this cameo appearance is because he was one of the film's co-screenwriters, so it kind of made sense for him to take on a little role in the movie, even though he's a pretty big notable actor nowadays.
It was an unfair trick on Sam because he basically just, there's no way that he could just pound those lines into his head in the short amount of time that we had to give him to him.
I got new dialogue thrown at me, quite a bit of it, and stuff that was very technical. I was talking about guns, and so...
Flashbangs.
Because Theroux is the writer, Justin Theroux is also an actor and a really talented one.
We have Seth Green, who made a small appearance as Howard the Duck in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but he also is actually seen in person at the very beginning of Iron Man 2 as one of the fans in the elevator. It's just kind of a cool little nod that he's been existing in the MCU, just kind of hanging around there for a little while, and it's kind of a neat fact.
And the truth is, Gunn and I are buddies from Scooby-Doo, so the whole Howard the Duck thing and me getting to be that was like a last-minute, who do I know who's in town that can do this VO on this day before the color print delivers? You know what I mean? And so nobody's thinking about a Howard the Duck movie.
This one might not be a cameo as much as it's just a major actor playing a role in a movie that by now a lot of people probably forgot. But did you remember that Tommy Lee Jones actually played Colonel Chester Phillips in Captain America: The First Avenger? He had a pretty decent sized role in the first half of the movie, and he wasn't so present later on in the film, but it's still interesting that he was kind of running the boot camp when they were picking who was going to get the super soldier serum in the early stages of picking technically who would become Captain America. And it's just kind of cool that he has his spot in the MCU.
General Patton has said that wars are fought with weapons, but they are won by men. We are going to win this war because we have the best men. And because they are going to get better.
Also from Captain America the First Avenger, Natalie Dormer, who is known for her role in Game of Thrones, actually had a pretty small role in the film also, which is kind of cool. Causing a little controversy, but nonetheless it's kind of an interesting little tidbit of a story.
Well, that depends on the definition.
The women of America, they owe you their thanks. And seeing as they're not here.
Captain, we're ready for you, if you're not otherwise occupied.
Also in Captain America the First Avenger, Bucky Barnes has a date who just happens to be Jenna Coleman, who is known for her role in the Doctor Who series.
Welcome to the Modern Marvels Pavilion and the world of tomorrow. A greater world. A better world.
Talulah Riley, who is known for her roles on Westworld, another HBO show, also played a role in Thor: The Dark World as one of the nurses in Asgard.
It was really great, obviously, to work with an actor of his caliber was really exciting for me.
And we didn't want to include too many of the little TV show cameos. There's a couple of them kind of pushed in here. Joan Rivers actually had a brief cameo in the third Iron Man, making commentary on the look of the Iron Patriot armor, and rest in peace, Joan Rivers. But the scene was just kind of fun because it just played a role onto how ridiculous the Iron Patriot armor looked, because honestly, War Machine just looked so much cooler.
Is President Ellis responding? By taking the guy they call War Machine and giving him a paint job.
Same suit, but painted red, white, and blue. Look at that. And they also renamed him Iron Patriot, just in case if the paint was too...
In Captain America Winter Soldier, Danny Pudi from Community has a small role as one of the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., especially when Captain America is kind of trying to take over the communication room in that part of the movie. Just kind of a little nod to this character.
Been working there for 2 months, but it's his spot. So where's he been? I think Afghanistan.
Negative DT6, the pattern is full.
Well, he could have said something.
Ow!
Must be the dish.
I'll check it out.
Excuse us.
Also, if you remember from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movies, Glenn Close had a small role being in charge of leading the military that protects the Infinity Stone, and kind of cool that this actress was in this movie. Unfortunately, after the event of Avengers Infinity War, chances are this character's not alive anymore because Thanos wiped the planet to get the stone. But it's a cool cameo appearance from Guardians of the Galaxy, so there's that.
He says that he's an a-hole, but he's not, and I'm quoting him here, 100% a dick.
Do you believe him?
Well, I don't know that I believe anyone's 100% a dick, ma'am.
I mean, do you believe that he's here to help?
And finally, in the post-credits scenes of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, they got Miley Cyrus to come on and lend her voice to play as the Mainframe, who was kind of just ahead.
I miss you guys so much!
Hell yes.
And then we have one of the biggest and possibly best cameo appearances in all of the MCU, but we have Matt Damon playing as Loki in the reenactment scene of Thor Ragnarok, and it's just so funny to see this scene, and it's just overall clever. We really appreciated this one. And Chris Hemsworth's very own brother Luke played the role of Thor in the play, which is kind of just a funny crossover. Also, Luke Hemsworth also plays in Westworld, So there's some more Westworld crossover going on there. And Sam Neill played as their father, Odin, just in case you're wondering who that was.
Big statue for you, with my helmet on, with the big bendy horns. I will tell Father what you did here today. I didn't do it for him. I didn't do it for him.
Alright, well that's all the time we have for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe and turn notifications on, and be sure to check out our other videos on the channel. We'll see you all soon with another brand new video that you're not going to want to miss.
Talking?
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?